Hey guys, today's video is a first impressions on the TYR Performance Mirrored Velocity. That's a really long name, but these are their goggles that are supposed to be equivalents to the Speedo Vanquishers, and I've been trying to test out a bunch of different brands of goggles to see what other kinds are out there that are as good as those. So I'm going to be taking you guys with me today to the pool where I'm going to test these out, and then I'm going to let you guys know what I think of them because I haven't tried these at all. But they do look a lot like the Speedos, so they look promising. So I will see you guys at the pool. Okay, so immediate thoughts. I feel like I need to tighten them more because they feel loose, but yet they're not leaking at all, and they're really comfortable. I feel like they would fall off if I dove in. I'm going to try a dive just to see if they just have a really good suction and I don't need to make them that tight. Gotta keep testing. So the defog is working pretty well. They haven't started fogging, so the defog is a lot like Speedos, but I'm gonna just keep testing out and see if it actually goes away like the Speedos does, so we shall see. Okay, so the goggles did leak on my right eye when I dove in for the backstroke because the straps of the goggles went all the way down around my ears, so I think I might need to tighten them, so I'm going to tighten them really fast and I will be right back. Okay, so now they're a lot tighter and I'm going to go ahead and try another start. No leaking at all. I think I'm going to try a start up on the block now, so I will be right back up on the block. These are really cool. They didn't leak on my start. My Speedos usually leak at practice when I don't get to double cap because the double capping, when I pull it over the top of my goggles, it really helps the water to slide over it so they don't leak. But these ones didn't leak at all. And they were really comfortable. Even when I pushed them on really tight for a start, they still didn't hurt. So, I mean, my first thought on these is these are really cool, and I think that I'm just going to wear these to practice. I'm going to let you guys know how these do through practice and see if they stay comfortable, see how the defog keeps up, and see if they stay defogged, even if I get some water in them. And, yeah, so I will check in with you guys after practice later tonight. Bye! I really like these goggles. They're a lot like the Speedo Vanquishers. I would almost start wearing these like a mix with my Speedos because the Speedo ones that I have right now are pretty old, so I might just start wearing these since they are so much alike. The suctions look exactly the same. There's a place to grab on the lens, so they're really easy to get off. They suction really well, almost a little bit better than my Speedos, which I really liked. The straps are a little bit different than the Speedos. They have this weird adjustment thing on them. Just kind of slides here. The adjustment on the strap is really easy to do. You just pull and then, you know, it's pretty easy to do. Only problem is when you tighten them and loosen them, then you know the straps get uneven and usually you just kind of pull it to make them even again. These little adjustment things make it really hard to do that. It took me a while to get these adjusted. I even had to go and readjust them at practice, and I ended up being out of the water for a little bit because I could not figure out how to get them even again. It was kind of annoying. I may just take them off and maybe that'll make it a little bit easier. I will put them on for you just so you can see. So when you're putting them on, you know, going like this and then they tilt up. But they go on really well. So, and then they have this nice hook to take them off. And they do look really cool. So when I was looking in the box when I took these out, I'll show you here. So they have 2 extra nose pieces, and I think I might need to put the bigger one on because when I was wearing them, they kind of dug right here into the sides of my nose. So maybe that's just because I need a bigger nose piece, but usually I don't need a bigger one. Maybe my nose is getting bigger. Who knows? And then it comes with a strap adjustment guide. Maybe I should have used this to put my goggles on because I couldn't figure it out. This is really confusing. What? I don't think you should need a guide to adjust the straps on your goggles. Okay, I'm just gonna give up on that. It may take you a little bit of time to get them to the right adjustment, but then they're fine. So, you know, if you could figure out the instructions, good for you. I can't. The peripheral on goggles is really important to me, so every time I test out a new pair of goggles, I always try and look out the peripheral just to see how good it is, because so far the Speedos have the best. These ones have the same peripheral, same width as a Speedo. They basically look the same, except the straps are placed a little bit differently. The way the straps are on the sides of the goggles is when you look out your peripheral, you see a black dot. It doesn't affect your swimming. There's still peripheral vision, but if you try and look out the corner of your eye, you're like, whoa, there's a black dot right there. And it looks kind of strange until you get used to it. Taking everything into consideration, these are a little bit different than the Speedos, and I might just replace these with my Speedos because mine are so worn out, and these are so similar that I think I'm going to keep wearing them. They're really good goggles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave me a comment down below on what pair of goggles you'd like me to review next. I'm thinking of doing some kind of like battle of the goggles type video where I take all the goggles I've reviewed and compare them to see which one's the best. So if you have a pair of goggles you want me to review before I do that video, definitely let me know in the comments below. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this first impressions video, and subscribe if you haven't already to see my next video. Bye! I think they're similar. Yeah. You already know that.